Hello everyone and welcome back to another pick a card reading. And today I'm going to be doing Who is Your Soulmate? Because out of all the pick a card readings that I watch on YouTube, like damn near every day or every night before I go to bed, I love watching the Who's Your Soulmate card readings because it's nice to get confirmation on who my soulmate is, which I haven't met yet, but I've gotten a lot of intuitive nudges about who he is for like many years. And so I wanted to do one myself and see how it goes. So you know what to do. There's 3 piles of cards. You can either pick pile 1, 2, or 3. You can pick according to the crystal. And, we'll see what we get. I'm using I don't have the box for it anymore, but I'm using the Joy of Life Tarot by Paulina Cassidy, which is literally my first tarot deck, or at least full tarot deck. And for like an extra message, we're going to use the Guardian Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and I think it's Radley Valentine. So I guess we'll get started. So pick your card, have a good time, and we'll see who your soulmate is. And maybe I should pick one too. I'm going to pick the middle one, this one right here. So, without further ado, let's get started. Just going to move these out the way. Make sure. Yeah, doesn't matter if it's in the way. You see it in the camera. Also, this is one of my favorite crystals that I've gotten. It's a Flame Rose Aura Quartz. And I love Aura Quartz. They're literally like my favorite kinds of crystal. And of course, it's all about love, divine love, and passion, and all sorts of fun things. But, well, not really a but. Well, you know. Alright, so we're going to start with group 1. And this is Tiger's Eye. And there's no correlation to, like, the reading and the crystal that's on here. Let's get started. Who is your soulmate? Let's see. Oh, we got King of Wands. I'm not sure if I'm going to read these in reverse, because some of them did flip out in reverse. Let's see. We got the Fool in reverse. Let's see. King of Swords. I'm not even explaining what the cards are. Let's see. And 8 of Coins. Interesting. I always get so weird on camera. Sorry, I get a little, like, I want everything to be perfect. Alright, so you got King of Wands, the Fool, King of Swords, and 8 of Coins. So that's really interesting. And some of the cards I know better than others, so I'm going to be reading from the book, but I'll probably edit that out. Okay, I got a chance to read the meanings of some of the cards and, like, really get into, like, the energy. And who your soulmate is a very dynamic person, a very bright, happy, bubbly personality, and they love to have fun. And I feel like they are the inventor type. Like, they're very intellectual, they're very smart, especially with the King of Swords. The 8 of Coins is very smart and intelligent, and I feel they have a lot of energy and a lot of ideas to share. And I feel like they're always creating. I feel like I get this vision of them working with their hands a lot. So they could be an artist, architect. Is that how? Whatever. They just could be a person that just works with their hands, no matter what the occupation might be, or even if that's their hobby or just something they like to do, or they like to fidget with things. They work a lot with their hands and they get a lot of energy out of their hands. And I also feel that, they're also looking for a partner, and they are afraid that people they meet, people they date, don't really understand their level of thinking, or how they think, or just the creative process and what they choose to do in life. Because with the Fool, it's all about following your heart and your own intuition and your own guidance over others. And out of all the cards, this one is lighting up for me. So it feels like they're very free spirited and they march to the beat of their own drum, but they're also afraid that other people don't get them. So they sort of, turn that knob down. They like turn their own magic the fuck off. And they sort of shrink within themselves because they don't believe other people will appreciate who they really are versus, who, like, I guess, who they really are versus who they project out to people. And I can totally resonate with that because the struggle is real. But even with that being said, what I'm getting through the cards is more of their inner essence than what they project out to others, because we all have masks and fronts that we put on to get through the day or just whatever our situation is. And, maybe that aligns with who we really are. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just for us to, get through the day or get through work or, get through whatever we're going through or not. But I forgot even what the fuck I was talking about. But either way, I'm sensing more of like an inner essence with this person. And they are very smart. They have a lot of ideas. And I feel like they're very entrepreneurial. Is that a word? Or they are entrepreneur, or more so, I feel like they want to be an entrepreneur because, again, of this Fool card. They want to break out on their own. They want to do their own thing. They want to make their own money. They really want to have freedom and even independence in their life. But again, there's so many things holding them back at the moment that they feel stuck and can't get out of where they really want to go. And even with all of that, with this King of Wands, this very flamboyant, bright energy, this, you walk into the room and everybody notices this person, that's really in play. That's who they really are. And even the Fool, like doing whatever the fuck they want is who they really are. And I feel like they have really good intentions and they just feel misunderstood a lot of the time. Let's see, what else? I feel like that's it. So we have your message here, and it's the healer of thought. Let's see. It's time to clean up your life. Get rid of anything that clutters your space or makes you disorganized. People who take from you but don't give back should be released as well. You or another person involved in the situation is wise, insightful, and caring. Has a wonderful sense of humor and offers a lot of life experience. And I feel like this really emphasizes who this person is, who your soulmate is. Like, they have so much good within them, but they're misunderstood a lot of time by other people, whether it's actually happening or whether they just feel like that internally. They just feel really misunderstood and they don't feel that they can be themselves and really do what it is that they really want to do in life. And it's just like they have to get over it so that they can become the person they want to be, because no one's going to work as hard for what you want but you. And as far as this card, and I feel like this is more towards the person that picked this pile of cards, I feel like maybe you resonate with this. Maybe there's something about yourself that you're not showing, not necessarily the world or other people, because what anybody has to say about who we are doesn't mean a goddamn thing. But it's more of being true to yourself and letting yourself be yourself so that you can feel comfortable in your own skin versus wearing way more masks than you need to wear, or putting on this front or show for other people because you don't believe people will accept you for who you are. And even if that is the case, even if people don't like who you are, who gives a fuck? You still have to be yourself because this is your life. This is who you really want to be. You have dreams, you have goals, and it's really hard to get to those things if you're not on your own team. And that's really the bottom line of this. It says clean up your life. Get rid of anything that clutters your space or makes you disorganized. And it's not even about physical space, but mental space or a psychic space and energy. Like if people is draining you, if there's a job that's like fucking shitty, if you're doing something that you don't want to do that is literally draining you and wasting your time and energy, get rid of it. Like I learned to let things go, like physical things as well as people, places, and things. And it's really one of the best skills I ever learned in my life, because I was able to move on to bigger and better things so much faster than hanging on to people, places, and things that is fucking bullshit and fucking garbage. And when you do let things go, you're so much more able to bring in what you really want in your life. So don't be afraid that if you lose something by being who you are, or you choose to let something go so you can be who you are, that you're not going to have something better come along. When you make space for the things that you really want, those things really do come. But you have to be on your own team. You can't fall into self-doubt and believing that what you really want to do is not going to happen, or you have to be a certain way. Like, fuck all that shit. You have the fucking power within you to do whatever it is that you want to do. But again, you have to be on your own team. You have to believe in yourself, and you got to believe that the universe, all that is on your side and working in your favor. But whatever your focus go is where energy flows. So you have to be on the forefront of all this, especially when it comes to romantic relationships, significant relationships, whether it's romantic or not, or a business relationship or a coworker or whatever. You really have to be on your own side, and you really have to be yourself so that you can, magnetize who you really want and the resources that is really going to give you the things that you really want and need in this world. And besides the soulmate, because I'm getting real into this, all right, I feel like for you, the person who's watching, you really need to stand up for yourself and stand up for what you believe in. And that could be in any type of situation. It doesn't mean necessarily in a bullying situation, but just saying the truth faster on what you really want your life to be like and having the fucking balls to do it. Because if you don't, you're going to continue living the same life that is not giving you what you want. And then that's going to, continue. Basically, if you want a relationship, I don't know why I'm having a hard time with my words. If you want a relationship, but you are attached to things that make you feel like you're unloved, or you can't be who you are, or that you're unsupported in life, that's not a match to a loving, caring, healthy relationship. And if you're already in a relationship, but you're with somebody that does not treat you fairly, or whatever the case may be, I'm sorry, but you can't change other people. You can only change yourself. Whether that's leaving that relationship or changing your mindset, whatever it takes, you have to be on the forefront in changing the story that you're telling yourself so that you can get what you want. Because it is about the stories that we tell ourselves every single day. Because whether we have a relationship or not, no matter what happens, where we go, we're going to be in our own bodies, in our own heads. So we have to have that voice in our head work for us and not against us. And so clean up the act. Get rid of the bullshit. Like, start saying those morning affirmations. Start reading up on like Abraham Hicks and the Abraham teachings, law of attraction, like whatever the fuck it is that you feel guided to do. Like whatever it is that you need to do, you need to clean up your life and all the garbage in it so that you have actual room for the soulmate that you want. Because funny enough, more of the issues and problems that your soulmate is going through came up more than this personality. So it makes me feel that the soulmate that you truly want to have, you're not on that same energetic frequency. And that only means that you have work to do. The inner work, the self-work. And that's not a bad thing. Like, whatever is being shown by virtue of your vibration only shows you what you got going on by your vibration. And what can you do to fix that? Is to just, start cleaning up the bullshit and, take action and responsibility. So I kind of went in, but I hope this was helpful to you. And if you want a more in-depth love reading. I have that at my shop. You can just check the link in the description bar or box or whatever the fuck they call it these days. And you have the tools. You literally have the tools to have your soulmate. But I feel like more than anything, you have to prepare yourself for your soulmate versus anything else. And even though you have your soulmate out there, it's way more important for you to focus on you right now than love. Because once you start loving yourself and getting your own life together, this whole soulmate thing is just going to come, just going to go flow and just go wash on in. And you don't have to do anything. And there's a sense of trying in this card reading. Like you're trying, and you don't have to try. You don't have to put in any effort because everything's about attraction. So if you feel like you're putting effort in it, it means you're in resistance. So start releasing the resistance, the bullshit, the whatever, the energy drainers, and get your shit together so that life can be fun and easy for you, because that is what you fucking deserve. And that's pretty much it. I guess I'll get to the next person, the next group. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know if this resonated, and I will see you soon. Now we're going to work on the second group with the amethyst. This is the amethyst. I have a blue one that's dyed blue. It's not actual like naturally blue amethyst. It's an amethyst that's been dyed. So we'll move that there. And let's see who your soulmate is. And I'm not going to read these cards in reverse, even though the last group, a lot of the cards was in reverse, but I read them up front. But the issues came up in relationship to if they were in reverse. So maybe I need to read these in reverse after all. I think I'm just going to put them straight out, get into the energy and stuff like that, which I'll, edit out. And then I'll read the cards at the in reverse. Okay, this one was the only one that's in reverse. This is very interesting. And this is the deck, the group I picked. And then this is for later. So, okay, I've read over the cards, and it's pretty fucking amazing, if I do say myself. Okay, let me just get these things together. Let me see if I have a better look. That's actually so much better. So, your soulmate, your motherfucking soulmate, is very intuitive. Like, that's the first thing that I really gotten from this spread, is they're very in tune to like the cycles of nature. They really understand, the universal laws and spirituality. And since this is like the two of coins, and that's all about balance and, keeping things in place, and the world about completion, and the moon about, spirituality and veiled messages and, secrets and all that type of stuff. This person is really deep. This person is really in tune to, different realms and dimensions and, all sorts of stuff. And they really are, I wouldn't say introverted, but they really are inward focused. And I get the feeling or the word or whatever that they are writers, that they are good with words, they good with writing, or maybe they really like books. There's something about writing that's very important to them. And I feel that there's just a lot going on in their inner world, and they don't speak about it very often because of the moon and like the card, and just, what it symbolizes, like those secrets and things like that. I feel like they keep everything under wraps. They don't tell people about their, experiences and how they feel and their perspective on things. And I don't feel like it's about them not trusting other people. It's just more of they're just not interested in having that conversation with others. More so people that is not of their kin, that really don't get about spirituality or law of attraction or whatever the fuck they're into. Because this is like across the board as far as spiritual. They could be in Wicca, they could be, have their own thing going on. They could follow any number of different spiritual beliefs that's out there. But, well, not even a but. But no matter what they're following, they are not, really interested in what other people think and what they believe. And they have very strong opinions and, reservations on that. So they are very private. They are very internal. They are, just not that person you see in the crowd that is sort of like the gesture in the king's court. Like, they're not interested in entertaining people and they bullshit. They're about, the big picture and what could be in spiritual matters and creativity and innovation and, how to change the world and really big ideas, and how to manifest those things and how, the world can be a better place. I think I said that already. And just a lot of like big shit, basically. And so they already know that a lot of people aren't on that level, are not thinking that way, are just trying to, live day to day, paycheck by paycheck. And they are thinking like 2 bus stops ahead from them. And they're just not interested in the small talk and the conversations that we all have or had, where it's more about, relating or bonding with people or coworkers than, actually having a real conversation that you actually give a fuck about. And things of that nature. Like, they're very to the point. They don't fuck around. They have a lot of wise one energy. If you're familiar with the term earth angels and like the concept of earth angels that Doreen Virtue, created or discovered, years back. And that's like the souls that have been on earth for many lifetimes, and they're like the high priestesses, the wizards, all that type of stuff. That I think I said was wizards already, but the priests that was very into the magic and secret knowledge and ancient knowledge and working with the earth and really deep spiritual things, like things out of like you see in Lord of the Rings. Like, that's like wise one just 101 right there. But I definitely feel a lot of this very deep nurturing soul. And I also feel like, with all this being said, they're very kind and very nice, but it's very hard to get to know them because they have a lot of layers like an onion, and they don't let people in very easily because of just their focus is not with, I guess, building relationships with others, but constantly trying to figure out what's going on in their own inner world and the things that they really want to do within themselves. And they could be looked at as an oddball, or they stand out in a weird way, or I don't want to say outcast because it's not that negative connotation necessarily, but it's more of they are offbeat, they are in their own world, they are really detached, maybe even cold feeling, or not necessarily like they are cold, but they can just be really aloof. So it can be looked or seem like they're cold, especially to someone who doesn't know this person at all. But it's not that super open, warm, and fuzzy person that wants to give you a hug every time you see them. Unless you really know this person. And that's how it really feels like. And to get to the core of them, that's like a 100-mile ride down the highway. And there's a lot of, attractions and tourist traps along the way. So really getting to know this person, that takes work. And I'm talking about more so in general and not you as being with this person. Maybe when you do connect with this person, it might take a little longer for you two to connect. But I feel like when you guys connect, it's going to be very easy. It's going to be natural because you guys both have the same interests and know about spiritual matters and like Louis Hay and Wayne Dyer and The Secret and all that stuff. And so it's easy for you guys to get along and to open up to each other because, sorry, I'm taking off my robe because it is fucking hot as shit in here. Oh, damn, I can't. It's really hot, so taking off a rope. Okay. So where was I? Yeah, when you guys meet, it's going to be pretty fucking awesome. It's going to be pretty sweet. And you guys are really going to love each other. You guys are really going to connect on a soul level, which is all about this reading anyways. Who you connect with on a soul level, like the person that you came into this world with. You know, the person, the soul that you guys decided that you guys are going to be together, you know, in this lifetime together. So that's exactly what's going to happen. So this is a great time to get on with your message for you, and it's positive recognition. Wow, that's great. So it says, congratulations. Your plans have worked out perfectly, and now it's your time to shine. Brilliant new ideas will present themselves to you, and success is all but assured. Express yourself openly and honestly, knowing that those surrounding you are trustworthy. Be open to unexpected opportunities. And just like in my last group, if y'all watched that or picked that card, when I did this particular card, the Guardian Angel Tarot, that card was meant for the person who was watching and like advice to give to them to help make this union happen. And so positive recognition, I feel like you have to recognize the goodness in you, because I feel like you're a perfectionist. And I'm probably talking to myself too, because I picked this fucking card. So you're a perfectionist. You're really into the details, and you agonize over the details to the point that you can fall into depression or really be obsessive of something. And it's really hard for you to get out of it. And so this is saying that there's nothing else that you need to do to be more ready for your soulmate than relaxing and just allowing it to happen. Like, stop trying to control the outcome. Just be yourself, because this is the sun, if I'm correct. Let me check the book real quick. Is it? I believe so. Yep, this is the sun in the traditional tarot or tarot. So, you know, I forgot what I was going to say. Jesus. But just relax. Just chill. There's nothing that you need to do. Because I feel like you've been trying to prepare yourself. But you don't need to prepare any more than being yourself. Because that is who your soulmate is going to fall in love with who you actually are. Not someone that is not you. That's someone else when you're trying to be perfect, or like this other human being or this person on social media. Like, they don't want some fake ass bullshit. They want a real actual person. And that's you. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, whether it's like putting on makeup, you know, trying to put on trendy clothes, you know, look a certain way, talk a certain way, have a certain kind of job, like whatever it is that you're doing, you know, just relax a little bit and really get in tune with who you are, because the sun is all about your ego. And I don't mean like the spiritual community's idea of the ego that is like akin to the devil in like Christianity. I'm talking about just your personality, like who you are, who you actually are, which is the sun and the essence of the sun, and I guess the general meaning of the sun or the symbolism of the sun. It's absolutely perfect. You came into this world like this. So you don't need to change. There's no reason to change. And if somebody's making you feel that way, then you need to kick those motherfuckers to the curb. And that's just pretty much it, because you don't need anybody draining your fucking magic when you're trying to manifest your soulmate, or just even just not feel like freaking manic because you feel like you're not good enough to have your soulmate yet. When you are, like we all are. Like, there's no rules or prerequisites or whatever that word is to manifesting what you want. You can have it because you have it, and you don't need any more crystals or any more chants or affirmations to do it, only to make yourself feel a little bit better, because that's the point. And really, just chill out, because I feel like you're fine. Your personality is fine. The way you talk is fine. The way you look is fine. just love yourself a little bit more just the way you are. And of course, you're going to manifest a soulmate and everything else that you want to. So just chill. Just chill the fuck out. So that was your reading. If you want a more in-depth love reading, I have that in my store. You can go down to the description bar and the link to my store will be there. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. And I will see you in the next video. Okay, so we have the last group. And this is the Flame Aura. Let's see, see this. Focus. Can you focus? Can you focus, please? I guess not. So here is your cards on who your soulmate is. And I'll be reading them backwards. I might. It depends. Whatever. I just got the Strength card this morning before I did this recording. So that's pretty cool. Wow. Okay. I don't think I will need a booklet for this one. Right off the bat, I feel like your soulmate is very, I want to say combative, but it's almost like they just have a lot of energy. I get the feeling of like kung fu or boxing or like those kinds of sports where it's not aggressive per se, but it's just the nature of the sport that they're doing. Because just because they like to box or do kung fu or things like that, it doesn't mean that they're necessarily angry or angry at all or like to fight. It's more so this release of energy. Like that's how they like to express themselves. And I feel like they have a lot of energy, especially with the Seven of Cups, with all the options that you can have and not knowing which one to choose. And then Two of Swords. No, that's five. That's Five of Swords. That's Five of Swords. And then with the Strength card, which is all about inner strength and patience and like plowing through the bullshit. It's like they're very hardy person. And they're very loving. They're very sweet. I get like this sort of like grizzly bear type person you can hug. And they're very open and warm. I get the feeling that you might even know this person already. Even though I hate when videos say that. But whether you know this person or you never met your soulmate at all, there's a good chance that either you're very close to this person and close to meeting them, or maybe they're in your inner circle, or it's a friend of a friend, so you might not know them at all. But through, I don't know, your friend, you'll meet them in a relatively soon. And I feel like, even though this is about your soulmate, I feel like this person will be like a mirror to your own soul. And you can take that as whatever. But I feel like what the cards are showing me, like the qualities of your soulmate, is also within yourself. And I also feel like these are things that you will have to work out within yourself as well. Like developing patience and inner strength. And I forgot what Five of Swords even fucking means. And, you know, not with the Seven of Cups is more of not being overwhelmed with the possibilities and what you can do, but more so getting in touch with who you really are, so the choices are clear no matter what is around you, no matter how many options there are. Let me read the Five of Swords, because I've read that as the Two of Swords, so I don't get that card very often. Yeah, this Five of Swords had that combative energy. It says action, conflict, change, sacrifice. But for me, it feels like more of, even though this person has this very combative energy, they're very forgiving and loving, which is also, you know, about the Five of Swords. Like, when a situation becomes too much to handle, step back and reflect on your motivations. Rise above the situation with your pride and integrity intact. Evaluate circumstances. There's always room for new directions. And this person, it doesn't take a lot to rock his boat. He's very in tune with himself. He knows who he is. He has a lot of focus. and there's not much that other people can say to him that will really shake his spirit. And that also goes for the Strength card as well as the Seven of Cups, because even though there's a lot of options, this person knows who they are. They know who they are. And I also feel these are the qualities that you yourself, the viewer, wants within yourself as well. So I feel like that's a good, not whether it's good or whatever, doesn't even matter. But I feel like that's really the vibration you're holding that is bringing this partner to you. And this person is going to really teach you about these things, especially if you've been trying to work on these aspects, but, well, not even a but. And whether you're struggling with it or not, this person is really going to teach you those things. How you can be rock solid within yourself when other people are not as considerate, how you can have patience, how you can forge ahead, how you can have inner strength, and how you don't have to break when the wind is blowing really hard, when a hurricane is coming through. Like, you can stay grounded within yourself and not be rocked by circumstances and things going wrong. So I feel guided to move on to the Guardian Angel card. Ooh, this is a good one. Letting go. I'm not sure which one that corresponds to in a traditional tarot. Let's see. Anyway, I think it's the Death card, but I'm not sure. Letting go. Releasing the past can seem like a challenge, but it can be liberating. Your angels will help you let go, that you can fly higher than ever before. Endings always herald new beginnings. Choose to allow the situation to lead you to a more joyful life. Change your life by changing your thoughts. And that's exactly really matches what I was saying. Like, this soulmate is going to help you let go of just past negative patterns that has hijacked your happiness, hijacked your joy, and made you feel less than. And I feel like that's why this is going to be a powerful match. And speaking honestly, whether this is a romantic relationship or a significant relationship, if you don't identify as wanting a romantic relationship, this person might not be like your lifetime soulmate, because I believe we have many soulmates. All of them is not meant to be throughout our whole lives, because that's kind of ridiculous. I believe we have a lot of soulmates that come in. We have soulmates all around us all the time, but we come together, to help each other, get to where we want to be. And sometimes it requires us to develop skills and traits that the other person is skilled in or already have within themselves. And the way that you manifest those is through having a relationship with this person. And it's not just a one-way street with this, that you're sort of like the student and they're the teacher. They also get, they also learn from you. But I feel like you guys who picked this card, let me move this out the way, you guys are really stuck right now. And you might be wanting a relationship to get out of the stuckness. And I feel like that's why this particular group, your soulmates, are not lifelong. It's more temporary, and that could be a few months to a few years. But I feel like once you understand who you are and sort of develop more of the patience that you really want in your life, I feel like you're going to move on to the person that is really going to be like that lifetime, the one soulmate. But even with that being said, don't feel, I guess, discouraged, because I get it. We all want the one person. We don't want to go through a plethora of people. But it's not even about that. And quite frankly, if this doesn't resonate, let it the fuck go. I wasn't even trying to make a pun to that, but, take what you need and leave the rest. Like, I don't take all the spirituality stuff that seriously anymore, because we all create our own realities. We all can create the life that we want. So it doesn't matter what you see outside yourself. If you don't like that reflection, you go ahead and change that shit. But anyway, this person is really going to teach you how to be more patient and how to be more rock solid within yourself. And that's going to be something that you would really appreciate. And even if it's not a soulmate and it's more like a friendship or business or whatever kind of relationship, there's like gazillions of them in our lifetime, this person is really going to help you get you to where you want to go, especially internally. And that's something that you can't sneeze at, because that's one of the major facets of human life is relationships with each other, because no man is an island. And even though I love people, I want to stay the fuck away from them most of the time because I just can't deal. I do learn a lot by being around other people, and it has to be like positive people, obviously. And I feel like no matter what this reading says, surround yourself with positive people that will give you the gifts of just joy and happiness and peace, because that is what you deserve. And it feels like you went through a lot, so you don't have patience, or you are very quick to, I don't want to say anger necessarily, but just frustration. You get frustrated a lot. And so I feel like you're going through a cycle where a lot of things are being let go so that you don't have so much baggage to carry over. So you're not being triggered all the fucking time, which I completely relate to. And just be gentle with yourself. Just be compassionate to yourself. Look up work by Louise Hay. She's really good with all the things that you're going through, because this is a general reading. I can't like pinpoint shit, but you know what the fuck you're going through. So, take action and look up her stuff if you haven't already, and really do some of the exercises that she has done. Especially watch You Can Heal Your Life or Change Your Life, whatever it was. Look up that DVD, watch it online or whatever. Watch it many times and really start adopting that mindset shift. And I feel like that's really going to skyrocket you into the next big thing in your life. And this is completely outside the soulmate. Like, even in the soulmate realm, I feel like this is going to catapult you to the soulmate that you truly want. So, give yourself a fucking hug. It sounds like you're going through some crazy shit. And thank you for, hanging out with me, doing this reading. And I hope this was helpful. I hope this resonated. Let me know in the comments. Also, if anybody has suggestions of what kind of readings that they want to see, let me know. If you want a personalized reading, you can go to my website. It's down in the description below. And I'll be happy to read for you guys. It's really fun. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, week, whatever you're going through. Night, day, midnight, I don't know. And I will see you guys soon.